Welcome to Celebrity Scandals with your host, Breleigh
And Lily Douglas.
Today we will be talking about the Ole Miss storming the field against Georgia. So, Lily was actually there this weekend in the field, currently storming the field, and I was in the Grove while all this was happening.
It was a crazy experience, to say the least. I mean, everyone was wrapping up around the sides of the field, ready to storm the field, and they actually stormed the field too early, and then they got it right and stormed it at the right time.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, and everybody was like, all the Ole Miss council and everything was like, please stay off the field, please don't go on the field, but obviously they didn't listen. To say the least, it was definitely a monumental experience, because I was in the Grove tailgating, and I hear oh my gosh, they're storming the field, and watching them storm the field from television was crazy enough as it is. I can't even imagine actually being on the field.
Yeah. It was just all so crazy. And, the game itself was what made it so crazy. But, I mean, when I went on the field to storm, I bet one of the football players that I, always watch on Instagram and TikTok and everything. And it was just it was a cool experience.
Oh, yeah. And it's not even, just the Ole Miss one that's crazy. There have been so many people storming fields lately for multiple different teams. This was just a really big game wherever it mattered. I was actually at a game wherever they stormed the field, and it was so crazy. I was at the Arkansas-Tennessee game, and Arkansas stormed the field because they just won after Tennessee. It was completely unexpected for them to win. Everybody was almost positive that Arkansas was going to lose. All the Arkansas fans were like, oh my gosh, we're going to get cooked this weekend.
Yeah, I remember looking at that game, and Tennessee was in favor of winning by a lot. It's just kind of crazy. Yeah, and recently I've heard that Tennessee also stormed the field against Alabama.
Oh, yeah, that was a crazy win for them, too. People usually storm the field whenever the other team is in favor of winning, but they make a crazy comeback and win the game.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what happened with Ole Miss and Georgia.
Yeah, Ole Miss and Georgia was crazy. I thought we were going to lose, and in the whole game we had it. We just were doing so good all game. We had possession, and we were just throwing great balls and rushing so many yards the whole game. It was a great game to watch.
Oh, yeah. And considering the fact that Georgia is third in the nation is crazy. Ole Miss is 13, 16, something like that.
So they were before that Georgia game, and now they're 11th. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Georgia's always been great at football. And so this was a great game because we recently played Arkansas a week or a few before, and that game was just as crazy. Arkansas is a great team. They have many great players, but Ole Miss was in favor to win, but not by a lot. And
it was definitely supposed to be a good game.
It was definitely supposed to be a good game. A lot of Ole Miss fans went. It was a great game for Ole Miss, but everyone thought it was going to be a close game. And the score was 63-31, I'm pretty sure. And Arkansas got the beat down pretty bad.
Yeah. And there were multiple other things, not just storming the field, not just all these people being on the field, but there were goalposts taken down and carried out. I've heard very many stories about the goalposts, and I simply do not understand how they get that big thing down and don't hurt anybody.
I don't understand it either. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, definitely dangerous too. Not only did they knock down the goalpost, they took it out of the stadium, and they went and brought it to a frat house and ran it down through the square and everything. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. Speaking back on rankings, I was looking up some of their rankings, and Georgia is now 13th. They went from 3 to 13th just from our game.
Dang, that's crazy. And that'll do it. People will storm the field for that for sure. Mm-hmm. Another crazy storming field experience I remember is the Vanderbilt game, wherever they took the goalpost to the river and put the goalpost in the river.
Yeah, I remember hearing all about that game.
That was kind of destructive.
Yeah, they had to get it. I'm pretty sure they got it out of the river the next day.
Really?
All these storming the fields are so fun, but they're so crazy. But it's such a fun experience, especially if you love the team that you're there for.
Oh, yeah. Imagine the cost for all that. Everybody's like begging their fans not to storm the field because it costs so much for all the repairs.
So it does cost so much. And going back on that topic, Ole Miss, when they stormed the field the first time when they weren't supposed to, it fined them $250K.
Which is crazy.
And when they stormed it again for the real time, it was around 100K.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't even know how schools like can simply just afford that, because some schools like storm multiple games in a season, which is a lot of money. And people don't even realize it. Like, it's all these crazy fans.
Yeah, it's very crazy to say the least.
But overall, you can't put a price on that memory.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it, 100%.
Yes, 100% worth it. I mean, such a fun experience that like not many people get to live.
Yeah, it's definitely monumental. Lifetime experiences.
Yes.
Alrighty, well, that'll wrap us up on Celebrity Scandal today. Have a good day. Bye.